Well, hello everyone in Internet TV world. This is Matt Butler again from Zenergy Biofuel, giving a little conversation about a word called sustainability. Sustainability is all over the world as a word, just as much as green is. And these are two words that have far-reaching meanings, but in this presentation I'll talk about sustainability a little bit from a U.S. Point of view. Sustainability factors are economics, politics, depleting natural resources, environment, knowledge. If you're listening to this, you probably have some interest in what sustainability means or learning more about it. So if you hold on, I'm going to tell you everything about give you a presentation about sustainability as it relates mostly to transportation fuels. The important thing to know about transportation fuels is that they create, on average, the U.S., every man, woman, and child in the U.S., they create, on average, 58% of their CO2 footprint. So, if we're really concerned about global warming or climate change, whatever you want to call it, one of the places we have to primarily look is vehicle transport, or the way we do transportation. Next is the way we make electricity, and next is concrete, actually. So, transportation fuel, is what creates all that CO2. So this is a conversation a little bit about renewable fuels as it relates to transportation. First, we have ethanol. Some things you might want to know about ethanol. What E10 ethanol represents a 10% mixture of ethanol. 8085 is 85% ethanol and 15% gasoline. Ethanol is made from plants, so you can regrow it. It basically has a circular, a complete system, rejuvenating system of reusing CO2 to make hydrocarbons that work in internal combustion engines. Ethanol, could say a lot about ethanol, but it's a gasoline equivalent. There's biodiesel and renewable diesel, which are made from an animal or a vegetable fat. You can render animals, render flesh and get oil out of it. You can make biodiesel out of that. Tyson's and ConocoPhillips make a product named renewable diesel that can be made out of the same stuff that biodiesel can be made out of, although it's a much better product and it plugs into our existing distribution infrastructure seamlessly, which biodiesel does not. So that's a big benefit of renewable diesel, and it's better emissions too. So let's look now at sustainability as far as a number of barrels of crude oil that are used by the average human and how much America uses. These numbers I have here are good numbers, are renewable numbers that mostly I got from the Department of Energy. So 28% of the world's crude oil production comes in the United States. We are less than 0.5% of the world's total population. So that means that the average in the world, the average crude oil barrels per year is 2.6. That's 2.6. If you just average all the crude oil we're taking out of the ground versus the total number of people on the planet, U.S. citizens compared to the average world citizen, we consume 829% more crude oil than most everybody else. So that 2.6 barrels really is something more like 21 barrels for an average U.S. person. So our quality of life around transportation is radically different than most of the world. Radically different, which is a good thing. Good to be American in that. You just pause these and look through them if you want to. But what I really want to get across people's mind in this idea of sustainability is that sustainability is it's not broadly enough understood by people in their viewpoint of it. It really is a planetary word. We're talking on a planetary scale. What's sustainable? Our present practices are harming the planet. There's no doubt about that. If you look at all the fires that are burning inside internal combustion engines and fires burning inside boilers and natural gas and electricity and all of that, there's a huge fire going on the planet. We just don't see it. It's encased within machinery, but we have a huge amount of the world is on fire, and we're warming it up. So fire does create heat. So we've got a lot of things we need to do about that. So there's sustainability at kind of a planetary level. There's sustainability at a continent level and even a country level. But really, the things that are great about America is our access to lots of energy. And the fact that we have lots of energy gives us the capability to do a lot of things. And I don't think that any American really wants to restrict that too much from other people having that, except that there's a scarcity. There seems to be a scarcity. There is a scarcity of crude oil. There's a scarcity of natural gas. But the good news is there's lots of other solutions we can implement. And right now, to implement it, we have to ask some big questions. But our economy is hurting. Most of the world economy is hurting. We need some sort of expansion that stops us burning stuff to make our electricity. It's just not necessary. There are other technology will answer this question. I'm pretty sold out that I think we should do it. Whether or not we will do it, I don't know. So I hope that's broadened your scope of the idea of sustainability. And as always, we certainly thank you for stopping by Zenergy Biofuel. Thanks a lot and have a great day.